Do you mind if I take a brief second to explain why it is I knocked? Mind if I make a suggestion? Is there anybody other than yourself that's involved in any type of decision making? But we're gonna want both of y'all there. So what time is she gonna be back? Anybody in this space, insurance, restoration, roofing, that you know and trust? Let me run it by my brother-in-law. That won't be the case here, will it?
Your average chump roof guy, their reaction would be, that's really bold. That's aggressive. I would never say that. That reaction is really born out of a place of timidity and, frankly, cowardice. So by letting the prospect know that we want to be totally upfront and transparent with our intentions today, a clear statement of intent that, hey, if we find this, if everything makes sense, so long as we're a good fit, our next steps today are going to be X, Y, Z. Rather than put any pressure on them, the opposite is true. It takes all the pressure off of them. Because what are one of the main reasons that people are skeptical or maybe mistrustful of sales reps, of canvassers, roof guys that come to their door? It's the ambiguity in intentions, ambiguity in next steps. One would feel there's a bait and switch if I were to just be super vague and hawk my free inspection to you, just like the other 10 chumps that stopped by and littered their doorstep with business cards. A free inspection with no clear intent, no clear next steps, whereas we're radically transparent with that. So it does a couple things. The homeowners respect the hell out of us for being direct communicators, upfront, honest, and if they don't agree to the next steps today, well then we don't waste their time, we don't waste our time. Nobody sinks an hour into running around the roof and a free inspection, free consulting. The homeowner doesn't waste their time an hour on their Saturday afternoon meeting with us if they're not down for the next steps, which is claim filed, handling the whole process from there.
Something that he touched on, and it's very important and a key takeaway from this whole conversation, right? Those guys that might be like, oh, that's way too forward, you're scaring your prospect away, there's no way that this is working for you guys, right? Well, like he said, the opposite is true, right? Most of the ground that you will cover and making progress to the sale, to getting that signature, is going to be asking the hard questions that require a little bit of guts to be able to communicate with this prospect very clearly what it is you're here to do. This leads ultimately, just like Pat said, with weight being lifted off of the prospect because they know exactly what's happening to them at every point in the sale. Versus if I were to come up to you and say, hey, just wanted to stop by, we're doing a roof up the street, want to offer you a free inspection, right? And then maybe that same guy will come down and be like, you got tons of damage, we got to get a claim in with your insurance company, and honestly, we could probably get this done for you without anything out of pocket, okay?
If you lead with the free inspection, no obligation whatsoever, just totally free inspection, just want to check it out for you, man. And no commitment, no obligation whatsoever. And then like you said, you get down and for the first time, you're blindsiding them with, we're gonna file an insurance claim, we're gonna get the roof done, no money out of pocket even, blah, blah, blah. People perceive that rightfully as a bait and switch. Yeah. Right, as dishonesty. The chump roof guy has it in their head that they're being super chill, offering their free consulting.
Being the hero.
Yeah, they're being a hero when they're not. They're being dishonest and indirect. And that's why prospects respect us a lot more and why we have a 90% plus close rate. Because before we even touch our ladder, that homeowner has already agreed to, if the damage is there, so long as we're a good mutual fit for each other. 3 golden words, our next steps today are gonna be X, Y, Z. We're already on the same page, and that deal is essentially pre-closed before we even get off our ladder.
So what that ultimately leads to, if you're maybe going on the latter route of being the guy that's not wanting to ask the hard questions and be the guy that wants to be on the safe side, be the hero, right? The free inspection, knock it out for you, right? That is ultimately going to pave you a path to the most resistant sale that you could possibly ask for. You're going to be doing nothing but fighting an uphill battle from there, because now what have you done? You've established no clear future. You've established no expectations. You have no idea what it is you're about to step into. And then because of your lack of qualification and asking the hard questions that most people find as head trash to be overbearing or overreaching, now you find yourself in a position where the sale is doing nothing but coming to a standstill. Now all of a sudden the wife comes into picture, or they need to think it over. They got a contractor. Yeah. All of these things are now festering in your prospect's mind. What are you doing standing there at the door, standing there waiting for a think it over? You're standing there waiting to go run back to your sales manager and tell them you got a really solid follow-up.
And the reason that the average roof guy out there gets told time and time again, hey, thanks for the great free inspection. That's the greatest free consultation I've ever had. And I'm a bit of an authority because I've had 10 free inspections, this past week. Definitely gonna have to think it over, form a small research committee, run it by my wife, call my agent, check my deductible. But do you have a card? We never get told that because we front load all the objections. We have a clear statement of intent and mutual agreement on what the next steps are gonna be, and a clear future between us. So that's why we never get told, very seldom, gotta think about it, gotta consult X, Y, Z, because we make sure to have clarity on the decision makers and that they're all present and on the same page. We never get told, gotta talk to the wife about it, gonna have to run it by the wife, of course, but do you have a card? Because of our qualification process.
We don't do business cards.
Business cards are for people we do business with.
Yeah. Every time somebody asks if we have a business card, we just tell them no. Because business cards, like you just said, are for people that want to do business.
If you want to be a part of an organized crew that goes out together and executes their jobs without flaw, give Veteran Brothers a call. Visit our website. I'd love to talk with you.